Hi film fans, Movie Master Brad Crawford, and I am sporting my brand new movie jacket. It's loaded with film flair. 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 Now, a couple of weeks ago, we went over all the big films coming out in 2022, and I'm talking theatrical, streaming, some Redbox, and it's going to be a great year. And then last week, we had Creepy Crawford, and he came in and he talked about horror movies, all the big ones that are coming out in theaters, and then some that are coming out in Redbox and streaming, all the way from January to June. And he went in depth as much as possible without, the possibility of you guys getting bored. Bored? That's a good one. Today, we have me. We have the Movie Master, just Brad Crawford, okay? We don't have any doctors, we don't have any creeps, we don't have any jocks, we don't have any goofs. Okay, we actually have some goofs. I'm the goofs, and today I'm talking about comedy. Comedy is what it's all about. Now I want you to look here at some of my little toys I brought with me today. We got us some Beetlejuice, some Christmas Story, some Mike Myers. Please don't hate me. We got us some Ghostbusters. We got a little bit of Catman action right here. Oh my God. And then, of course, Animal House and the iconic Wee Man. Oh wait, no, Mini-Me. I'm so sorry. Wee Man does come later though. And so with that, let's have some fun. Do you want to have some fun? I want to have some fun, but if you're having fun, then I'm definitely having fun. So let's go have some fun. You know what? It's fun! Now first up, we got Marry Me, okay? Marry Me is coming out this month in February, and it's going to be written by Harper Dill. You mean like a pickle? It's based off of the book by Bobby Cosby. And in this movie, we have J-Lo, and then we have the southern drawl, sandy-haired genius himself, Owen Wilson. Wow, thanks a lot. Yeah. Now, believe it or not, this is Owen Wilson's first nationwide theatrical release film in 3 years. 3 years. And if that's not surprising, it's going to be 6 years for J-Lo. And along with them, we're also going to have the wilds of Jimmy Fallon and Sarah Silverman. And I have to say, back in the day, I used to think that Sarah Silverman was like a little gross. However, after she did such an amazing job with Princess Penelope, I just can't help but see her as anything else but adorable. And Jimmy, well, moving on. This is going to be the first collaboration between Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson in like 25 years. I mean, not since the 90s creature feature classic Anaconda have these two worked together. And yes, Owen Wilson doesn't make it in that film. Don't make me go Hansel on you. Look. You had 25 years or so to watch this movie, people. I mean, come on. Okay, I'm sorry. But it is your fault. Anyway, in this film, we get to watch J-Lo as she plays a singer, okay? Now, cool thing, she's also doing the music for this film. I mean, who would have guessed, right? J-Lo playing a singer who is a singer who sings for the movie that she's singing in, playing a singer. Okay, well, sorry, I kind of got lost there for a second. While she's supposed to get proposed to by her equally famous boyfriend in the film, he is cheating on her. Like, wait, that happens? In Hollywood and in show business? What? I'm shocked. Apparently she was really shocked because she just went into a weird place and she just saw the first guy with a sign that said, "Marry me," and she went, "I'm marrying that guy." And then all of a sudden, Owen Wilson is just thrown into this crazy world of paparazzi and of power and of manipulation. But he's also thrown into a world he never thought he'd find himself in. A world of love. Hey, you know what would be really sexy? If I lay you down real slow on my whoopee cushion. Now, I find this kind of funny in the fact that in the real world, the very first person that she sees and points to and says, "I'm going to marry that guy that says, 'Marry me,' that night she would become a lampshade. Now, it would be amazing if they did a horror parody of this and showed you what would really happen if somebody like that did something with somebody like that, because that wouldn't end kind of well. However, things happen. They start hanging out with each other. They pump the brakes a little bit. Well, they damn near break the brakes at that point. and they just start talking, and they find out that they have a lot in common, and they actually like each other. But it looks like a fun little romantic comedy, and it comes out on Valentine's Day. Got some romance for the ladies, some comedy for the guys, or some comedy for the ladies, and some romance for the guys. You know, I ain't judging. I like a little bit of both. And so with that, all I have is one question for you. Hi. So, it's me, and, well, you don't have to be J-Lo, you know, to do this. You can give us a thumbs up or share, subscribe. You should subscribe, definitely, because I want to see more of you, and I know you want to see more of me. So yeah, you guys have a good day. I'm Bradley Crawford. Welcome to Jackass 4 Review. Woo! Oh, it's been a crazy couple of decades, but God, it's been a lot of fun. So here we go again, Jackass 4, and it's being directed again by Jeff Tremaine, the guy who's been doing this from the very beginning at Jackass 1. He's going to be taking his merry band of lunatics, and he's going to be having a wild time here. Now, you know, Jackass isn't your traditional film, you know? Technically, the writers being Wee Man, Eric Andre, and Derek Beckles. It's not really considered writing, though. You know, if you look it up, they're labeled under concepts. I mean, what does that even mean? Concepts. You know, I thought concepts were what you did when you first began writing, actually before you began writing. I mean, anybody like you or me could come up with concepts. You and me, we could be writers for Jackass. You know, that's not a bad idea. Y'all, let's go write some Jackass concepts. Hi everybody, I'm Brad Crawford, Movie Master. Today we're doing the boxing match. I wanted to get Butterbean back up in here to show old Johnny how it's really done, but he's retired. So we settled on this little girl that I found, this cute, tiny little girl, probably can't even punch at all. I call this one getting hammered. Oh. Oh, hey. Let's go party some more. Well, the talent, besides me, of course. No, the talent that's in this movie really hasn't changed that much. So we have most of the people coming back, plus we have a couple of additions, and we have one special guest returning, the Hawk. Tony Hawk. And now we have Eric Andre on board. Now, he is the new baby jackass of the family. He is new blood. He is there, but man, he is with his people. You know what I'm saying? He got onto the Jackass family while doing the movie Bad Trip, which was hilarious if you saw it. Now, the interesting thing about Eric Andre being part of the Jackass family now is there hope for some new blood? Maybe even a second generation of jackassery? Now, this is the first Jackass film in like 11 years. Wow, it's been that long? Feels like just yesterday that I saw Dunn doing his thing. And you know, as crazy as it sounds, these guys are throwing in the towel after 4 movies and saying this is the last one. It was even quoted saying that this is the most painful Jackass that they have endured so far, and that comes from Wee Man. Wait a minute there. Now, are you trying to tell me that I'm doing the same Jackass things that you did in your 20s hurts more now? Oh, well, somebody call the presses. Not to mention that Steve-O apparently suffered his worst concussion to date. Oh yeah, so let's keep a lookout for that Steve-O pile-up. Now, unfortunately, there's no Bam in this movie. There was some kind of falling out that they had, supposedly something drug-related. Don't quote me on that. However, The facts are he's not there anymore. He's gone. They had a falling out and he got fired, essentially. If you get fired from Jackass, you literally have no option of working ever again. That's like getting fired for sitting in a chair and watching movies all day. So yeah, bam, he's gone. Did you get it? Because it's bam, and he's gone. And I said, bam, he's gone. No, but seriously, I hope he gets the help he needs, though. And you know, even a Jackass has honor. And they do the honorable thing here, and they actually are dedicating this movie to their fallen family. They're dedicating it to Patty Perez, who passed away right before the film was released. It's also a tribute to Rip Taylor, which he's not in this film, and this is the first Jackass film he's not in. And then, of course, the bearded beauty himself, Ryan Dunn. Next up is March. And here we have kind of a horror movie. Okay, it's not a horror movie. Yes, it's a horror movie to some people. You know who it's a horror movie to? Adults. Parents. Dads. You see, when a parent has a child, it's a beautiful thing. It's a gift. A gift you can't return. But why would you, right? No, seriously, they're bundles of joy. I love them. Now, do I love them enough to have a dozen of them? Oh, that's a tough one. Well, there are souls brave enough to do that. And there are souls that are brave enough to write about it. Not me. And here we have Cheaper by the Dozen. It's a comedy, by traditional standards, and then to others, it's a horror movie. Well, anyway, this film is going to be directed by Gail Lerner. It's going to be Gail's first feature-length film ever. Now, the good thing is that he's got an experienced writer in Kenya Barris. She's going to be heralding the next remake of Steve Martin's 2003 comedy gem, Cheaper by the Dozen. The first movie where Steve Martin made me cry. Not because it was bad. Just, you know, 12 kids. 12 kids. I don't know whether to list it as another one of his comedy classics or list it as his first and only horror movie. Now, the original authors of this story, being that it came from a book, are siblings. You have Ernestine and Frank Gray. Ooh, good thing they didn't write 50 Shades of Grey. Awkward. Now, can I please just get a movie on how this brother-sister duo wrote a book together? I swear, if my sister and I tried to write a book together, it would turn into Game of Thrones up in here.
Well, sister, I do believe that we should start with, Oh, look! I've been impaled.
Now for talent, we have Gabrielle Union, and going along with her is comedy veteran Zach Braff.
Why, yes, I am an actor-doctor. And I play one on TV, too. What? Oh, come on, it was a good comedy. It was out early in, okay, I mean, maybe it wasn't like, as good as some of the other shows, like, but I mean, it was still funny. It was still good. It was great, you know? Oh, come on, just, has it really been that long?
Now this film, it's a remake, but it's definitely not a continuation at all. They paint a completely different picture with this film. Now for one, the family is blended.
Is this a reflection of the times changing in our society? Will you accept love for love and family for family? Can't we all just get along?
Oh well. Anyway, this movie comes out on Disney Plus. Like I said, it's going to come out in March. And I have to say, it's very interesting that they're going with a blended family instead of a nuclear family. You know, every other film adaptation in the book originally had nuclear families. It's just how it's been. But I feel like this movie is a really great example of how things are changing nowadays. 20 years ago, it'd be really hard to have a movie like this where it's all blended. It'd be scandalous. Now it's like, brother, sister, I love you all no matter what you look like. Which is how it should be.